Hello, Water Resources and Conservation class. Um, this is a short talk on just sort of checking in with where we are in the semester, a little bit of preparation for the midterm, and talking about the overall schedule. Just sort of checking in with y'all. It's very much more of a challenge to do a class like this remotely, let alone asynchronously. Um, I think I'm coming to learn that Zoom meetings aren't great, but a Zoom meeting may be better than no meeting. Uh, that being said, there's still advantages to doing the course this way, in that you can pick it up when time is right for you. I still think that's a good thing, and I want to take advantage of all the good parts of this. And I still think we have a good class ahead. So what I uploaded the course schedule to the modules line here in Canvas. I thought I had already done that, but here it is. It's published now. So I just kind of wanted to walk through the schedule. I scheduled things so that this week there was time to do some review and study for a midterm. The midterm will be scheduled for Friday, October 9th through that Sunday, and it will be a 2-hour timed quiz in essence. So that's obviously open note, open book, not proctored, but there will be a time limit. And really, in order to uh, get through that timed quiz, um, it would be to your advantage to have these concepts reviewed and fresh on your mind. Um, so maybe I should go through the study. I prepared a study guide that we can go through here. Hold on it. I thought I had it up here, study guide. So this is on the module called, all so well organized, isn't it? Let's see, midterm 1 module. They're in review, and you can download this study guide that we're going to look at here. So again, there should be no surprises in the study guide. This is just kind of condensing the basic concepts that we've gone over for this first part of the course. There are a couple of terms in here that might pop out that we haven't introduced. In groundwater, the instructor's favorite topic, I added a unit on Floodmar and Sigma. So there's going to be 2 talks on these programs coming up, and some additional reading material. No new formulas or problem sets or anything like that, but just these 2 programs in California for groundwater are very interesting and very big deal. So I want to give talks on both of these, and there's a couple of fact sheets and some light reading material on both of these to brush up on for the midterm. The other thing I did was I added for the module 4, the rainfall runoff, I'm adding a little mini unit on flood frequency. And that really rounds out that section. So again, I hope the study guide is straightforward and no surprises except this new material here. Back to the schedule. Get back there, and course orientation and tentative course schedule. So I think it's important to keep this big picture in mind so we don't get too lost in the weeds at any point. So in the grand scheme of things, this first unit has been all about hydrology, water supply, and how all that works, and the kind of the science behind it. The second unit, we're going to jump right into water quality, and there will be some basic water chemistry. I've already opened module 6 if you're eager beaver and bored and you want to get ahead. There's a chapter on water quality that is a very good chapter. But obviously you can hold off until after the midterm to jump into there. But we're going to get into water treatment, water quality, The Water 4.0 you might be picking up gets more and more into that, because that's really the history of water resource development is a lot about developing technologies and approaches to treating water, all the way up to now where recycling water and the treatment needed to do recycling is a big deal and what's going on. And then we'll have, I'm going to keep to this schedule for this second midterm so you know it's coming this time. And then the last section, we cover these individual topics about the Delta, water law, climate change, and water solutions. So these are where, there's readings and chapters and questions and not new science or new equations or formulas or things like that. With the exception of one thing, how to design a water efficient landscape here, that does get into a little bit, another formula, let's say, but nothing more than you've already seen. All right. So I hope that's helpful as to the upcoming midterm, where we are and where we're going. Oh, one other thing. I had a good conversation with the natural resources lead person, Jennifer Neal, and she gave me some good ideas about the class. And like I say, I've done this 5 times, but I've never done it remote, and I certainly haven't ever made a YouTube video before. I've watched my share of YouTube videos, but never made one. Anyway, we're going to stick with this asynchronous format. I don't think you can change courses midstream. We're going to make the best of it. It's still going to be a good class, I hope. And one thing I'd like to do, and it's going to be mandatory, is to have 10 or 15 minute one-on-one sessions with each of you. So I'm going to, in ConferZoom, set up these time slots, and I'm going to track and make sure that I get to sit down and talk to each of you. You can have the camera on or the camera off. That's okay if you're having, COVID hair or whatever's going on. I get it. But the folks that have reached out with questions and we've made appointments, that one-on-one time I think is valuable, and it's at your disposal, and we can still take advantage of that. I have plenty of availability in my schedule to do that. I am continuing to do my job with the state, but it's, whether weekends or off hours or whatever, we can find times to have longer chats about the topic at hand or whatever. But I certainly want to make sure that I meet each of you individually, and let's target that we do that during this second of 3 chunks of the class. So after midterm 1, I'm going to set up appointment times and ask you to select a time, and we can sit down and talk about a few things, whatever comes up. All right, I hope that works. And as always, reach out by email. And if you have any questions or comments or concerns or want to talk about anything in particular. All right, I hope that works.